can feel my body cold against the concrete, but I can't seem to get enough. My mind is fixed on what it wants. I just let you beat me. Looks can be deceiving. Let you get the best of me. In bed with my worst enemy. This is a no-go. I just can't take hold. This is a danger zone. Back up and get me home. This is a no-go. I just can't take hold. This is a danger zone. Back up and get me. So put your hand in mine. Follow me. Let me waste your time. Set up feet. Do some stupid shit. Take a seat. Let me waste your time. So put your acting like you're into me. I know this is hopeless. Moving in slow motion. Trying to control my thoughts, but I can't stop our body talk. This is a no-go. I just can't take hold. This is a danger zone. Back up and get me home. This is a no-go. I just can't take hold. This is a danger zone. Back up and get me. So put your hand in mine. Follow me. Let me waste your time. Set up feet. Do some stupid shit. Take a seat. Let me waste your time. Set up feet. So put your can feel my body cold against the concrete, but I can't seem to get enough. My mind is fixed on what it wants. I just let you beat me. Looks can be deceiving. Let you get the best of me. In bed with my worst enemy. This is a no-go. I just can't take hold. This is a danger zone. Back up and get me home. This is a no-go. I just can't take hold. This is a danger zone. Back up and get me. So put your hand in mine. Follow me. Let me waste your time. Set up feet. Do some stupid shit. Take a seat. Let me waste your time. So put your acting like you're into me. I know this is hopeless. Moving in slow motion. Trying to control my thoughts, but I can't stop our body talk. This is a no-go. I just can't take hold. This is a danger zone. Back up and get me home. This is a no-go. I just can't take hold. This is a danger zone. Back up and get me. So put your hand in mine. Follow me. Let me waste your time. Set up feet. Do some stupid shit. Take a seat. Let me waste your time. Set up feet.
All right, everyone, welcome. I hope everyone is having a good Tuesday and that things are going very well for you. It has been an interesting, busy, exhausting day for Val. I had to go into the office today. Didn't get what I want done. Got a lot of other stuff done, but not what I wanted to. But that's okay. That's okay. But I'm home now. Things are done. I've showered. I've run errands with my wife. I've exercised. It is now time to enjoy a relaxing stream with 700 of my closest friends. So there you go. There's that. But we've got lab. We've got some other stuff planned for today. I have been farming when I can. I did not farm at all today just because I was just way too busy to do any of that. I really was. But I have been farming, I would say, religiously, so we can get the Fallen Cecilia video with my weird build that may or may not work. We don't know. But as you can see, I did add one more piece. Hey, Edwin. One more piece to the build. Unfortunately, all we've been able to pull was blues. So for now, I'm going with it. But we're at 69% crit, which means we need at least 15 and 16 crit here. We might get lucky and we get a crit chance roll here that helps us out on plus 15. And same thing with this. Not that one, excuse me. With this one, we might get a lucky crit roll at plus 15 if we don't get anything better to replace these two pieces. But we're close because we want 100% crit in substats. And right now, I want to keep using this crit damage necklace. So that way we'll have 65% crit here. So I'll have 31 more percent crit. Plus we'll have or crit damage, excuse me. Plus we'll have the 40% crit here. So 70 more crit. So that'll put us at 280 crit damage for this build at 100% crit, which means she's going to crit every time she does something. You know, minus somebody has Diane's buff up or something like that. Because I'm very interested to see if she works as a bruiser. It might not, you know, she might not. Just to go back over the thought process for that. One, it's different. No one else is building her like that. Two, both of her skills scale off of max HP. So we're going to go crit damage, HP, probably HP. I was going to go speed here to make her somewhat usable. But if I run her with Tama and Ruzit, some other combat bar or combat readiness manipulators, that will make up for the fact that she's going to be dog slow. So we'll do some testing with her and Oxlots and all that, but we do need 2 more pieces. We do need 2 more pieces. So that is where we are with her. We're farming Banshee for her gear because we do want to go destruction, and also because I want more destruction gear. I'm like addicted to destruction. I think destruction's awesome. So we have been farming Banshee. This is my Banshee team that I'm using. They're pretty decent. I say they're like 90% success rate because these two have such low HP. If she happens to dot them up and then hit them and they get a bleed,
yes, you do.
And then they hit them again because you know she'll do that AoE attack if her ghost hits someone with a poison on them. So it'll one-shot these two. So it will fail if that happens.
Mike,
but if I were to 6-star these and get them all up to snuff, likely they would live through that even if that did happen. But it will wipe if one of those two takes it to the face. So, but that's the team we're using. That's what we've been working on. But we're going to do like maybe a little farming towards the end. But for right now, you know how I usually do. I go through arena, finish up my dailies if we haven't already, which I haven't. I am still missing some dailies for today. I have no idea what they are because all I could do was just a little bit of game this morning. I haven't done anything. Haven't done anything apparently. Okay, let's get that done. I know I did arena though because I got up and I didn't want to get out of bed, so I just grabbed my phone and start doing some arena. Yeah, it is better than nothing. I need to check on my guild too. It is better than nothing, but obviously, you know, we want to make sure that we're running the right things, right? To give the build when it finally debuts a good shot at being successful. What a week and a half out on Lilybet Banner. I got Tywin. I told you yesterday I pulled Cecilia and got Blackstone right after Cecilia back to back. Still working on Lilybet, and you got to master in arena. That's really cool, man. Congrats on that. Congo Rats. Now, we do need to do a quick build here because I am working on, I already did this morning. I am working on 6-star Awakening Cecilia, but to do that, we need one more of the cookies. And I call these cookies just because my mom used to make a cookie that looked like that. So, hey, Kendachi, welcome, welcome. So, we're going to go ahead and do this. What's the one I have the most of? Anything in the 50s around here? There's a 46, another 46, a 45, a 47. Okay, we'll do the 47. Max. There we go. Craft. We really don't need as many as we're about to craft, but that's fine. It never hurts to have extra extra catalyst. How you doing, Kendachi? I hope your day is going well. So that should get us to 5-star Awaken with Cecilia. And I believe I have enough to 6-star Awaken or 2. Yep, we're going to get that for health. More health, the better. And we'll get this. Ah, we're short. Poop. Poop, and it's 4 speed, even worse. Why didn't I farm these yesterday? Well, darn it. I guess I'll ask for these triangles of dark power for my guild for the week. That'll be my ask. Alright. So at least you got the health though, right? So that's going to make her even better. Alright, now I need to, while we just chill out here in the beginning, I do need to do some farming. I'm trying to think of where the best place is to farm, since I can't think of any awakening materials that I need. I really can't. So I guess in that case, we'll just do the last stage of this. You got to see if I could find use for Bloodstone Artifact on Bologna or Una for some content. Bloodstone, yeah, you can use it on them. I've never tried it. I've actually never used Bloodstone. I have a few copies of it, but I can't think of where I would want to use it. Oh, you know what I actually do? Oh, I have a new thing, by the way. So I have a new thing. We're going to do that. My new thing is every day. I completely forgot about this. And it works out so well because I was trying to level Cecilia, right? So every day what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the Kraken Worlds. Like all 3. So it's 9 total runs you can do of Crack. And I'm going to do that from now on because it's so much XP. Like, that's how I level Fallen Cecilia so much. So I think it's 3S, 5S, and 8S is where the cracks are, if I'm not mistaken. But it is so worth it because I run it with 3 fully max units, so there's no EXP, and then a unit I'm leveling. So this team right here. And then since I want to do Momo's SC, I'm running it with Momo right now, and once she gets max 50, I'll probably swap in like Axe God or just some random unit I'm trying to level. But it is worked out phenomenally well. If you can afford it as far as energy goes, I highly recommend doing this. It's just a metric crap ton of XP. And if you don't even have a unit you're leveling, just throw in one of the Phantasms, because the Phantasm will get that bonus 10% XP. So, I mean, they'll level super quick. Like, I leveled like, remember, you only have 9 runs, right? Because it's 3 cracks, and then it's 3 times you can run each one. So I only did it those 9 times. I leveled one white phantasm, or the Giga? No, the, what's the white one called? Whatever the white one's called. And then one Giga Phantasm, which is the yellow one. I can never remember what the white one's called, to be honest. But anyway, it's just really crazy good XP. So this has been like my new ritual. Normally, I would just run somewhere for my dailies that needed materials or catalysts. And actually, this works out so much better. I like this a lot better than doing that, because I actually get several units leveled in one go. Like, my Momo is almost 5-star max, and I can start working on her SC. But I'm not gonna work on her SC seriously, just as like a side thing. Because for me, it's more a Pokemon collection than it is for actual usefulness. So to help fill my hero journal, really, is all this is about. But it works. If you're not working on that because you're not like me, you just want like something tangible you can actually use, and again, bring in your Phantasm. Just one though, and it'll level crazy quick. Like crazy quick. I love it. This is literally the new thing I do. It's just awesome. I mean, but again, you got to be able to afford it, right? Because it's 50 a go, so you're going to spend 360 stamina each day just on this run. If you do all 3 cracks, that is. But in my opinion, at least for me, it is worth it. And Lions, if I didn't say hi, I'm so sorry. But a rar to you too as well, my friend. White Fandom is called Mega Phantasm. Okay. Yeah, the Mega. Sorry. I couldn't remember the name. All good. You just came around. Cool deal. Cool deal. You are a cool cat. But yeah, this is what I do now. And it just works out so well. So freaking well. For some reason, they held that message there, Edwin. I don't know why. I guess maybe because it said white. And they thought maybe you were saying a racial slur or something. But yeah, it's interesting. I don't know what trips the YouTube filter and holds messages, but good grief, is it sensitive. Really sensitive. Just as a heads up, I will likely be going into the office tomorrow as well, which means the stream more than likely will start around the same time, so around that 6 to 6:30-ish time frame. So just as a heads up, we'll be back to like kind of the 4-ish starts on Thursday. Put your hands in mine, follow me, let me waste your time. C'est la vie, do some stupid shit. Take a seat, let me waste your time. C'est la vie. I really like this song. I really, oh wow, really YouTube for saying, yeah, it actually held it. Because I regularly will go back just to check YouTube to see if they held a comment. And yeah, yours was sitting there. So I wasn't ignoring you. It holds it. And I have to approve it. The only thing I could think of is because you said white. And maybe they thought it was like a racial slur or something. So I had to approve it. Oh, other good news today. Things that I noticed is that I just want to say thanks to you guys for help making me successful. We are now 8 subs. 8 subscribers from 1K subscribers in YouTube. I'm pretty freaking excited. 8 away. Like, I never thought in 20 billion years I would be someone who has 1,000 people who actually wanted to hear what I had to say. Like, it's just, I'm totally floored, and I really owe it all to your guys' support. I didn't get there by myself. Oh, it's 7 now? Nice. Thanks, Pride. Thank you. So I got 13% crit damage, crit neck with high speed roll, but no attack percent roll. I'm torn on this neck. Depends on who it's going on. I'm putting my crit damage neck on Fallen Cecilia, so she doesn't even use attack, so it won't be a big deal for me. Just depends on who you're putting it on. Hey, Funny Man, it's good to see you. Funny Man is, believe it or not, one of my original subs. He's one of my sons, Mini Val, as you guys like to call him, friends. And he was one of the first people to follow me on Twitch and also on YouTube. Mini Val, believe it or not, has actually been a really good recruiter for my channel. Like, it's been pretty good. Well, actually, he's my son. He's Mini Val's friend. And Mini Val has been, believe it or not, really exceptional at helping recruit for my channel. He gets like all his buddies to follow me. He'd be like, hey, you know my dad's a streamer. You should follow him on Twitch and YouTube. Like, seriously. Like, I remember I was like this is like when I was at 150. And he was like starting to put the word out. Like within a week, I was at like, I want to say like 175. It was really, really cool. I love my son to pieces and his support. Let's see. Yeah, I guess you could put it on Bologna, but a Bologna needs attack. How long have I been streaming? For a little over a year. I want to say like 14 months. But you have to consider I did take like a 2 to 3 month break where I kind of got just upset with the whole streaming and YouTube thing. Because the game I was playing was dying. I wasn't getting views. I wasn't getting like on either my YouTube videos or my stream. So it was really frustrating me. So I really just didn't do anything for 3 months. And then I just randomly came back and decided I was going to start with E7 because E7 seems stable, and I was just going to really give it 100%, right? And so that's when a lot of you came up. There's very few people left from when I originally streamed the other game. Very, very few. And I understand, when you take a 3-month break from it with no explanation, I mean, that tends to erode confidence, right? But the game I was playing was just, I mean, I wasn't getting views. And it was just very hard to get, you know, be motivated to get in front of the camera with something like that. So, but you guys have been awesome. I have to say the second go has been really good. Yeah, roll on it. And you got 20 speed, that's nice. That's awesome. Hope I get 1K. I do too. We're 7 away now. We're 7 subscribers away. So, 80s cosplay when hitting 1K on YouTube. I don't even know how to cosplay, to be honest. That's straight up with you. I don't know what's involved in it, like what to do. That's legit truth right there, my friend. Edwin, for some reason, it did not post your message here. Val, what type of job do you do? I am a community manager for the video security company that I work for, in addition to data analytics. So I take what customers say is the problem with some of our products. I put it all in a nice spreadsheet and report, and then deliver it to the appropriate department to try to make changes in a positive way for customers. So, you know, if I notice a lot of customers says, well, it tells us to do X, Y in our manual, but when we do X, Y, it actually gives a completely different result, and it could be maybe the manual's wrong, so the manual needs to be updated. So then I take all that data and I would pass it off to our tech writers and say, hey guys, you know, we've gotten 3,000 calls over the last month in regards to this manual being incorrect. We could save ourselves some money if we just correct the manual so people don't have to call about it. So that's what I do. And then community management's kind of like what I do in Discord, where I monitor our forums and I just basically moderate it. And I'm responsible for posting content to it and making sure it's up to date, that kind of thing. So that's what I do for work. I also write simulators for our products, so people that don't have the product, maybe they want to see it, or for our support people who want a little bit more quick, easy access and they don't want to remote into the lab for whatever reason, then they can run the simulator and basically, you know, go through the interface and things like that. So that's my job. We have similar jobs, even when different positions maybe. Oh, awesome, Lion.
Bro, in the corner.
But yeah, no, I don't know what I want to do for 1K subs. I'm being legit. I had always said that if I hit 1K subs in YouTube, I would do a 24-hour stream. But since that looks like it's going to happen pretty soon, and I already have a 24-hour stream scheduled in September for Borderlands 3, that's not going to be it. I don't know. Maybe we'll have a drawing again or something. Last time I gave away $50 iTunes or Google Play card, maybe something like that. 24-day stream. Hell no. That'll kill somebody, man. 24 days streaming? Good God. Unless you're going to do something like you're not supposed to do, like stream yourself when you're sleeping. Apparently that's against Twitch TOS. But there's actually sleep streams. I looked it up once. Someone brought that up a while back. Just rotate in lookalikes? Oh, good grief. Nah, that's not going to be... I don't know what we're going to do, to be honest. But we're really close. I'm definitely going to do a 1K thank you video. But I don't know what that. So, I'm really excited, though. And then on the Twitch side of things, like, dude, I mean, guys, we legitimately... I know this isn't a lot, like, compared, like, to bigger streamers. But, I mean, we have 41 subscribers. At my height, when, like, I was streaming DHC all the time, and it was mildly popular. Oh, crap, I didn't want to do that. And it was mildly popular. I had, at the most, 27 subscribers. We have 41 subscribers. And I've been streaming less than I've been streaming, than I was streaming DXC. So I streamed DXC, like, solid 8 months, every day. And, like, I've only recently come back since, what, February, March time frame around there? And we've, like, just smashed it. Like, I really... And that's all because of you guys, right? I'm not going to say that I think I'm, like, the best or anything, because it really is up to you guys to make that determination. And at least from how it looks to me, people are saying they like the content I put out, which makes me feel good. Makes me want to do it more. MLCC dig testing would be nice for 1K. Yeah, dude, I'm doing my best to farm the gear for MLCC. Like, hardly any farming or gaming was done today, though. I just didn't have the time. So today was really the only day I didn't have the pedal to the metal trying to gear her up. Like, really, that's it. Actually, wait, there's another unit I want to do an SC for. Axe God, and Ricorous. I'm talking like 1, 2, 3, 4. Looking at you on the floor. 5, 6, 7, 8. Ready for a heartbreak? I'm talking like 1. Oh, it's by level, no wonder.
Do it, I dare you.
On the floor. 5, 6, 7, 8. Ready for a heartbreak. Yeah. I have so much fodder, and this is even after we 6-starred CC and worked on a few other units. I really got to make... Just to get rid of space in my inventory, I need to make more 6-stars. Like, I should probably just finish off this guy. Probably be the best thing to do. You know what? Actually, we're going to brief detour. I'm sorry. I actually didn't want you guys to see me do inventory management, but I haven't honestly had a chance to play. Like, this is it.
And then I'm going to sit on the coat.
Oh, she qualifies now because she's... Let's do it. Let's get it started. I don't know what she has to do. I'm getting a new knight and none apprentices soon. It feels like there's a slow fish.
You didn't sit on my face.
What? That's just such a rough name. Aren't you happy about what?
Ready for the hard chicken. We shot it.
I remember the story she got that.
Shot it. Boop, boop. Yeah, that was me. With my drone and Ruby.
Oh, so is this a hint that Elson's gonna get a SC next? Ha! Great nun like Sister Clarissa. Hilarious. But Clarissa is said to be a good nun, but she's also completely bat poop crazy. But I love Clarissa to pieces. Alright, so what do we need to do? Eliminate 500 spirits. I think I have 6 shiny objects. Oh, I'm 1 short. Alright, I'll ask for one in guild tomorrow. Acquire 800 Azira adventure points.
Yeah, hold up.
And clear trial battle. Okay. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. Sister Mont is rough. Wait till her SC low. So rough. They squished it into her name tag. A nundery. Alright, let me do the inventory match real quick, guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and finally 6-star this guy. This to get rid of a lot of fodder. And I've had these pieces. Think about how long ago his special came out, man. I mean, that was a freaking long time ago. Like, it was really long time ago. But I can get this done super quick. And it frees up space. It's just a great idea all the way around. Do your inbox. No, inbox management can't be done right now, my friend. That's energy. I don't want to loot all that energy. That's why it's like that, Brotato. That is all energy. There's nothing else in there but that.
You lied, bro. You tell me if they're not diffusing no more.
I'm sorry it triggers you, Brotato. I'm definitely not trying to trigger you. Well, I can never keep energy there. I burn through it. Dude, I'm the same way. But then I was talking to Kaneko, who's a guildie, and also he pops into the stream from time to time. Only because, like, he probably would come more. I think he would honestly support me more. But our times are off because he's in Europe. So I stream really, really late for him. Like, I think it's like 2 or 3 a.m. where he is now, if I'm not mistaken. So it's hard for him to come out and show support. But when he has a sleepless night, I'll usually see him in here. It doesn't bother me because it's not mine. Okay. 4 a.m. in 20 minutes? Lion, how do you function, dude? Coming to my streams.
Dang it.
Like, seriously, how do you, man? I feel bad. I love the support, don't get me wrong. I really do, the fact that you're here. But I also don't want you to wind up in a hospital like, oh, I was in Val's stream all day, I'm wiped. Or all night, I'm wiped. Still want you to be able to function, man. I don't ever want someone to be in a bad situation because of my streams. Alright, we're just going to throw this in there to help level them. And then we will take this one to the cracks and just start going through and leveling them. Then get those 4 stars in there. Pop them in the promotion O-matic, because we don't need any more 6 stars. There's some fun stuff I want a 6-star, but this is really all about inventory management, really, at this point. I just want to 6-star him just so I don't have the space being taken up. Because there's really nothing else like that's this close, right? All his fodder and everything is just there. Actually now, but like nothing to do currently. Yeah, well, nothing but sleep. How many 6 stars am I sitting on? I think 32, 33, somewhere around that. Last I counted, which was last week, this was before I 6-starred CC, I had 31, I want to say. But a lot of those don't get used. You missed it during the night. Oh, I worked during the night. Okay, I see it. I see it. You know what? I think you did mention that to me before, that you do work during the night. And you watch me. And that your boss can't complain because he watches Twitch as well. Was that you that told me that, Lions? I think it was, but I might be wrong.
Oh! It's a frost, it's a frost.
Where is he? Okay, there we go. There's the one we leveled. This guy should go through it pretty quick. This actually is a really good unit. I'm being honest. Like, I haven't compared him to today's standards for units, right? But back in the day, this little bro carried me. Nah, but my boss is a buddy indeed. Could be possible he watches Twitch, but I wouldn't know. Okay, so it wasn't you. Alright, I know somebody made that comment that they also work in the evening and watch me at work, but that their boss could have complained because their boss is also watching Twitch at work as well. But I don't remember who it was. I'll be honest. I really don't. I just know somebody in the stream told me that. Dude, my boss is ultra cool. I mean, he lets me work from home. But then I also deliver too. Like I never let them down and miss the delivery date. And if I have, I've always got an explanation as to why. Hey, Fire, how you doing? It's going very good this evening, Fire. Thank you for asking. So I appreciate that, my friend. You think my 1K... Dude, Edwin, I don't know why, but it does not want to show your messages, man. Oh, no, that one's there. I just missed it. So you think for 1,000K subs, Edwin, that I should let you guys pick the next 6-star? That seems like, I don't know, for 1K subs, though, that doesn't seem big enough. Like, I want to give something away. Firewolf, what it is that I had to work today. You might have missed the message in Discord, but I had to go into the office today, right? So I didn't do any of my dailies. So I'm getting all my dailies done. And as part of my daily routine, I run all 3 cracks. So we're just getting my dailies done, and I run cracks for that. Because the cracks are such good XP. I just run 3 fully leveled units so they don't leech the XP from the unit I want to level. And it works really well. I am a huge fan now of doing the cracks every single day. Like, it's just part of my new routine. And I kind of figured this out when I was leveling Fallen Cecilia. And my next 6-star is going to be this guy, Kira Cat version 2.
I need help right
Oh,
here.
excuse me.
I need this to be goners.
Yeah, right? So, and I was mentioning this on stream, it was like shortly right before you said hi. But back in the day, and again, this isn't compared to today's standards for heroes, right? But back in the day, this little bro carried me pretty hard. So I always had said I was going to 6-star him at some point. Like, how many months has the game been out? All that fodder for him has literally been sitting there. Because he was a free unit, and with all free units, you can't use the extra fodder on other units. You can only use it on this on the unit. So I'm leveling him because the fodder's just sitting there, and it needs to be cleaned up, right? I need the inventory space, so I'm just gonna 6-star him. I'm gonna 6-star him just to clean up the space. Kirkat still does some serious damage on counter set, but if built, yeah, oh, he still does good because I am building him on counter. That's part of the reason, like one of the many reasons we got a stable Banshees team up. Just, but fair warning, my Banshees team is only 90% because I have 2 level 50 units. And what happens is, the mechanics of how the Banshee works, if she does land a bleed on someone, right, with her first ability that only hits 2 people, and when she casts that ability again, if the spirit she summons hits someone with the poison, I said bleed, but I meant poison, with the poison on them, then she procs the AoE effect. And so the AoE effect hits a lot harder when she procs it. So because I have 2 level 50 units, it typically one-shots them. Yeah, that's what I just said. If she hits someone with poison on them, then it procs the AoE attack. I just said that. That's literally what I just said. No, it is if. It is if. I've watched it, dude. And she specifically... No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't, dude. I've watched it. I've watched it. But now we've got to look at the ability. Because I know I read the ability. I have seen her not... I've watched the runs. I've seen her not hit a poison target. It's if she hits a poison target. Because the 2 spirits she does are random. It is random. I'm like, there's absolutely no doubt in my mind. Because I've watched it. I have watched it, my friend. Many, many runs. I don't know why, but I find Banshee watching really interesting.
He's on stairs.
I
He's on stairs.
wish I could explain to you why I find that cool to watch, but I do.
He's on stairs.
And I went all the way out, and I did not mean to go all the way
You
out.
come in.
Yeah, definitely, dude. Go for it. Go for it.
Oh, okay.
Definitely. I'm always open to the idea that I'm wrong. Would not be the first time, would not be the last time. It's just this one I'm super confident I'm right. Oh, dang, he's gonna level up halfway through it, but that's okay. Not a big deal. We'll get the next fodder in. He wasn't there from the beginning, though, or we would have got more than 1.5, which looks like what we're gonna get. Dude, freaking Mildred is so ridiculously good as a farmer. Like, he's so ridiculously good. Like, you saw him just one-shot that wave through continuous turns. Like, he does the... And the thing is, he does that so often. Well, he'll one-shot a wave with R and L. No, well, Arbiter is just as good, too. Because he'll just one-shot waves forever, Arbiter Mildred. Because when he does that, and if he kills even one, he can use his S3 again. So, Arbiter Mildred doesn't need lucky R and L procs to clear waves. He just clears them. As long as he kills somebody, he'll just keep on procking his, like that, his S3 just forever. Which is really nice. Which is really, really nice. I love that word, by the way, wonky. It's like one of my favorite words. My old co-worker of mine used to substitute wonky with kajanky. That was like, I don't know if that's like a word other people use, but that was his word for when things are like this off or wonky. It's like, that's kajanky. Never heard anyone else in my life say that except for that dude.
You still have popcorn?
So is it like, is that something people say? Kajanky? And I'm just a weirdo? I'm just an odd person who's never heard anyone say that but one person. You say wonky? Yeah, I've heard wonky, but kajanky? Like, I mean, who says that? Like, literally that guy is the only one I know. Yours janky? Never heard of janky. That's interesting. I like all these terms that people will use. I'm a big, big fan of stuff like that. I've heard jank used from time. I've heard jank. Now that I've heard. I'll be back. I may or not be back before the end of the stream. If I don't make it back in time, I hope your stream goes well. Thank you, Fire. This says 2 enemies including the target. If the target is poison, hits everyone and a random unit gets cursed. Yeah, but she doesn't specifically target poisoned units. She doesn't. She does not. Alright, at least from my experience, from what I've watched. Now, it is 100% possible the times that I watched that maybe I was distracted. Sorry, I just want to make sure I selected the right font.
Me?
Possible.
Yeah.
But I'm like, if I had to say it, if someone were to ask me how confident I am in this, I'd say 100%. Well, if that's the case, she has a cart's 15% chance.
No, right there. I couldn't ping her fast enough, but she's won. She's won. Let's go.
Excuse me.
Yeah, you're like right there.
That's funny. Actually, I've had a lot of luck with A-cart defenses lately. Like, I've just been able to land all of them. And it sucks with Arbiter Mildred because it's different for, like, Says, right? Says only has to be... I apologize. Says only has to be one unit for Assassin to wipe the Assassin Cartesian team. But a Mildred gets to check against every unit. That sucks. Because sometimes you'll miss a critical unit when he revives, and they'll live, and then they'll kill you, and then you're like, well, that sucks. But wait, Says it's like, if he lands it, they're dead. I mean, that's just how it goes. Sorry it's so boring, but I do need to finish my dailies. Like, I just didn't get a chance to do it.
More is gold. More is silver core.
That's why I run Cecily, never used Wind Rider, so I wasn't affected by the nerf. Yeah, I think I remember you said you used Portrait, right? If I remember correctly. Migraine, or am I wrong? Because I think this discussion came up, like, in the past, even before the nerf. Not RNL. Oh, you use RNL, really? Is it a max RNL?
More has a booster on.
Because I have an RNL. I actually didn't mind running him on Portrait, and Portrait was pretty decent. I mean, flat 20% bonus damage, right? As long as they have more than 50% health, which was really good. Like, but we, since the Arbiter Vildred changed and we had him, I decided I was going to switch to Arbiter Vildred, and we did a bunch of testing in the first week, and so far it's good. Yep, max. My says it's for 20k plus and splash damage between 10 and 13k depending on the unit.
Yep, okay.
Well, I learned Crackdown and Roll is good XP now. I really want this is not boring stream. Okay, well, cool. Good, I'm glad. Cause I always feel bad when I'm doing stuff like this on inventory management or like really low fodder farming. I don't feel as guilty for hunt farming. I don't know why. But fodder farming, typically, like, it bothers me when I do it on stream. It's like, can I be doing something better? But, like, this is the first opportunity I had to play. And I know me, because I'm a little tired today. So it's possible that after I'm done with this, like, I'll have my wife make fresh, refried beans. Like, this is not canned stuff. She boiled the beans, smashed them. And so we're having fresh bean burritos for dinner. So I'll probably have a bean burrito and then, like, head to bed. Hey, Omega Destroyer, how are you, my friend? I hope you are doing well, and this evening finds you in great spirits. You want one? Dude, Mexican food is my favorite food of all time. I could eat it all day, every day, non-stop. I've told this story before, but I grew up not in a black neighborhood. My whole life, I pretty much grew up in a Hispanic neighborhood, Mexican neighborhood, my whole life. Always. Like, all my first loves were all Hispanic. I'm extremely attracted to Hispanic girls. And my wife was really surprised when I brought a redhead, blue eyes, white girl home as, hey, Mom, this is who I'm marrying. She's really, really surprised because all my serious girlfriends up to that point had been Hispanic. But anyway, so growing up, I used to always joke with my mom because I loved Mexican food so much. I literally used to ask her when I was a kid, like, are you sure I'm black and I'm not Mexican? Because I always related better to that culture and stuff. So I didn't use it. I don't play DHC anymore. What DHC code? I'm honestly, Omega, not sure what you're referring to. Like, what does it do? Because, I mean, most people in my Discord really don't play DHC, so if it, like, does something specific, like gives you loot in DHC, then no one likely use it.
Yeah.
I can cook Spanish food. Yes, I can. I can. Actually, I really like cooking and experimenting with cooking. It's one of my favorite type of hobbies outside of gacha games. Like, just going in the kitchen and, like, thinking up crazy stuff to cook that may or may not work. Like, the first time I ever tried to make risotto, I wasn't aware that risotto uses a special rice, and I made it with just regular long grain white rice, and it came out terrible. Absolutely terrible. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't touch it though, Omega, because I don't play the game anymore. I don't know if someone else did. Same here. I have my own cookbook of things I've experimented. Yeah, yep. I'm the same way. I'm the same way. I just like to go in and have fun, man. I really like to go in and have fun when I cook. I've done stuff that's not really worked and it's been horrible, like the risotto. It actually turned into, first of all, it didn't cook fully because you don't cook risotto that long, and regular long grain rice takes a lot of time to absorb the rice and get right. So this came out like, it looked fluid like risotto should be in the beginning, but once it cooled, it turned into like these hard kind of like a very hard version of a Rice Krispie treat, but not as crispy or soft, just like hard with this weird texture. It was a horrible failure. And then when I read about it, I was like, oh, you have to use this kind of rice. I wasn't aware that there was a special type of rice. I thought you could just use long grain whole white rice, but you can. I mean, I'm sure you can, but it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. I've made my own marinades using Sapporo beer. That's actually have been some of my family's favorite chicken and ribs that I've ever marinated with. I experimented with a lot of beers in making a sort of a barbecue sauce marinade that I would like, because I don't like barbecue sauce, but my family does. So I was trying to find a recipe that I could use where I would like it and my family would like it. So that was something, back in the day, they really liked my bacon wrapped chicken. I would make that all the time. I'm not a big chicken fan because as a young lad, chicken was pretty affordable, and my mom bought a lot of it, and I've had chicken more ways than I care to admit, so I don't like it that much, so I have to find a way to try to make it, because my wife buys a lot of it, because my wife loves chicken. Like, she can eat it, just like I am with Mexican food, my wife is the same way with chicken. She can have it every day, all day, and never tire of it. But, so I have to come up with a way where I can make it for her, and I still like it, and I like bacon a lot, so I came up with a recipe for bacon wrapped chicken. It's very, very good. My kids loved it. Probably the same thing. I got the kitchen and I make things that I think would go together. I make stuff my family. I would make normal stuff, but for me, I'll make good random stuff. Gotcha. Now, making you want to cook? I definitely don't. Oh my dude, I cannot. Okay, legit, I cannot stand dark chocolate or any type of dark chocolate. I'm not talking about like just actual dark chocolate, but I mean just regular Hershey's chocolate. Don't like it. But I absolutely adore white chocolate. I make a totally kick butt white chocolate spice pancake and a white chocolate spice waffles that are to die for. And one of my all-time favorite cracked type of things, like where I could literally just like wind up strung out on the street corner somewhere, passed out from an OD on sugar from this, is white chocolate macadamia nut cookies. Oh my gosh. That is my crack right there. Like, it's like my common sense stops. Like, this is a true story. And this isn't even long ago. Like, 3 weeks ago, I used DoorDash to order from this local place here called Cream, which is really good. They make homemade ice creams, and they make fresh baked cookies. And their white chocolate macadamia nut cookies are pretty freaking bomb. Like, I bought a dozen of them. Okay, this literally this was weeks ago. I bought a dozen of them. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna have these for the next few days. Literally, 3 hours later, after having bought a dozen cookies, they were all gone, and I felt like this big, just nasty. And this is my own word for me. I'm not trying to offend anyone else. This is directed at me. But I felt like this big, nasty, fat slob that I ate a dozen cookies in like 2 hours. But they were so good. It's like I ate one and I'd come back and I'd be like, oh yeah, you know, I'm going to have another one. And before I knew it, like they were all gone. But that's how I am with macadamia nut cookies. Like I could just kill them. But my all-time favorite, like cookies are my second favorite thing. But for junk food, like that's just terrible for you, but I love it, is cheesecake. Honestly, I think sadly I would run over like orphans for a really good cheesecake. That's probably a horrible thing to say, but that just goes to show you like how much I really like, I just adore cheesecake. Like for those around my age, do you remember a Disney cartoon called Rescue Rangers? No. It was about chipmunks that solved mysteries, right? And they had one of their workers was called, one of their buddies was called Monterey Jack. And how
Yeah.
they would always get into trouble is Monterey Jack loved cheese. And like he'd see cheese and he'd go crazy. His eyes would go spinning. He'd go cheese. And he would like just go towards it, you know, even at his team's peril. That's how I am with cheesecake. It's like cheesecake? Cheesecake? Like I don't hear anything else after that. It's just I beeline it for wherever the cheesecake is. Like when I was younger, I actually like I've actually killed a whole cheesecake by myself. Like and strung out like on the floor afterwards, passed out in a sugar coma. Like, oh, why do I do this to myself? Like, oh yeah. Oh, the cartoon was called Chip and Chap in the EU. Ah, it was called Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers here.
No, it's not.
Okay, now we got to do a hunt. How about cheesecake is super easy to make. Cheesecake is super easy to make and delicious. Easy to make though, but I would say hard to master. Because I've had terrible cheesecake from people who are here. I like cheesecake, like friends and family, you know. Just people with good intentions. They'd be like, oh, you gotta taste my cheesecake. And of course, I'm always up for it because it's cheesecake. But man, some of those people really shouldn't say they have really good cheesecake. Because I've had some really bad cheesecake. Really bad cheesecake from situations like that. I like both chocolate. I like chocolate. Dark chocolate is in the middle for me. I don't hate it, but not my top choice. I love cheesecakes and become lactose. Now I can only... you're lactose intolerant.
Bro, Sophia's gun is so good.
Oh, you lost your account to your GF? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sure she'll give it back, sir. I don't understand how hard it is to mess up, dude. It's not difficult, but people, what happens is so people want to be fancy, right? They want to be, because even I'm prone to that, right? You go and make something simple, like this is true story. You know, one of the hardest things for me to make correctly is, and I'm not joking, eggs in any form or shape. I struggle with eggs. I mean, simple thing. Eggs. I'm talking scrambled eggs, eggs over easy, eggs sunny side up. Stuff that is not rocket science to make, right? I will struggle. Like, serious. Like, my wife, I beg her to make my eggs when I'm cooking breakfast because I typically screw it up. True story, man.
Okay,
Long story short, she did a cult type ritual to summon Jizkise. I walked in on her before she started summoning. I summoned Jizkise, and now she's mad. Dude, well, I'm glad you guys both got Jizkise. That's pretty cool. For eggs, the solution is never look away. Yeah, I'm finding, dude, I've tried so many things, and I always do something dumb. Oh, you did. Got you. Oh, you walked in on her and interrupted her ritual. I see. I misunderstood there. Yeah, my wife, some of her problems she has with cooking is that she won't want to be in there, so she'll put something on the stove and then walk away. And it's like, babe, you can't do that if you want it to turn out decent. That's my wife's biggest issue when she cooks. I used to be the same way, but now I sit in there and I babysit everything, and it's a lot better. Like, a lot better. Oh, yeah. Crockpot cooking, that's what it's all about. She was literally crying for death for that. I felt so bad. Yeah, that sucks. You never mean to upset the ones you love. It happens by accident sometimes. But for the most part, crack open a bottle of wine, turn on some music, and wait. Yeah, like when I like to smoke, not cigarettes or bud or herb, whatever you want to call it, but I do like to smoke meats. And I do that. I used to do that when we had the old school smoker, where you actually have to monitor it and you put in wood and keep the temperature pretty even. That was kind of what I did, except for I'm not a wine person. So I would like grab my iPad and like a soda or a Sapporo, and I'd sit out on our patio while it's smoking and just like read and keep an eye on it. That was like back when I had a manual one. But after a while, like we had that for 4 years and I did it a lot. I smoked a lot, but I kind of wanted a pellet smoker so I could just be lazy. And so my wife got me a pellet smoker Was it last Christmas? I think last Christmas. And love it. Absolutely love pellet smoking. It's a lot easier than old school manual smoking, for sure. But I'm a big fan of smoked meats. I think that is the best way to cook. Any idea who's going to be in tomorrow's banner? Well, Lilybet's banner goes until the 17th. So, I don't think it's going to be anyone new. Not until next week, like Wrath was saying.
I just knifed someone.
I'm hoping, actually, the biggest thing for me is the Molagoras. I'm hoping the Molagora refund is tomorrow, but if it's not, that's fine.
Ash up. Yeah, oh yeah, over there. She won.
What do you mean another? Oh, yeah. We do get another event, because this one's coming to an end. Hey, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I got a bunch of leaves from it, and that's all I wanted. I got a Mola. Oh, you want bookmarks? Why do you want bookmarks? I don't want bookmarks. I want leaves.
Why would you buy
I want leaves, and then for the collection prize, I want Molagora more than I want gold transmit stones. But this one gave us both Molagora and transmit stones.
Teammate, last
so.
two on our teammates.
Oh, I have a lot of leaves. That doesn't mean I don't want more. I had like 140 on stream last week. I think I'm down to 120. They don't really tell anyone ahead of time, Zero. So anyone who says that they know probably data mined it. And even data mining isn't 100% because sometimes they put in stuff they don't use. Or they put in stuff that they're not necessarily going to use the next patch. So I don't think anyone with 100% certainty can tell you what comes tomorrow. They can guesstimate based off data mine, but they can't tell you for sure what it is. So I don't know, and I don't think anyone does. I'm hoping, though, like I said, that the Molagora reduction is in there. That's my hope.
No. It's okay,
Oh,
it's
what
okay.
new
Captain
connection
Captain
character? Ah, what a bummer. That's what happens. That's why I said it's only 90%. I really need to 6-star these two. Really do.
Going longer.
Like, I haven't heard about a new connection character. People said Lilybet was going to be connection, and she wasn't. Because I guess when they introduced her, they said something about connections, and people assumed that meant that she was going to be a connection character. But I haven't seen anything or heard anything that says there's going to be a new connections character. Me personally. I haven't, and I don't read Reddit as regularly as some, so maybe someone data mined it. Oh, I'm not, me personally, I'm not in the predicting business myself. But people who typically do that, like, look at what people have data mined. To me, it's not something I'm particularly into, only because we'll know for sure the day it happens. And I don't want to give my viewers something that doesn't turn out to be correct. That's just me personally. But I definitely have nothing against anyone who wants to do that. Just not my particular cup of tea. In one of the pics of the dev note, she was in the connection bar. Yeah, but then she wasn't. That's why I'm not big on making those kind of things. Which is why people got the idea. Yeah, but just like with data mining, just because you see like pre-release information doesn't mean that's necessarily how it's going to turn out. As long as people take that with a grain of salt and they don't take predictions as the gospel, I think it's fine. I'm just not into it. I just rather wait and find out that day. It doesn't bother me. Personally. Because I notice what sometimes happens, at least in the case of Reddit, is that it's not what people want, and then everyone gets all upset because it should have been there. But it should have been there because some random person said it should be there. Someone who is not an employee of Smilegate, they're just some person making a prediction, and then all of Reddit is upset and they say, well, it should have been there, it should have been there. Well, how do you know it should have been there? You don't even work for them. You're guessing like everyone else is. What makes you think that your guess is that Smilegate is obligated to make your guesses be correct? That's what I don't like about it. Because there gets to be this, I don't want to say arrogance, but this this air of, I know as a player what should have been released, and because you didn't release it, Smilegate is wrong. And that's not a mentality that I can really get on board with. I'm not saying everyone does that, but it does happen. I've seen it more than once. So people, well, it should have been out. Like, why they didn't release it now, I don't know. They're going to lose 2 zillion, you know how they are, 2 zillion players because they didn't release it this week, and now we have to wait. Well, if no one had ever said it's going to come out that week, no, keep in mind, this person does not work for Smilegate. They're just making a guess, an educated one, but a guess nonetheless. So because it didn't come out when they believed it should come out, Smilegate's wrong? I never got that, but there's just a long explanation as to why I'm not into it. Zero. That's all. I'm mad because I missed out on the Idol Sphere artifact in the store. Oh, dude, Idol Sphere was nice. I was so glad it came. I picked one up. And then this rotation, I picked up another Rod of Emeraldus. I still haven't leveled it all the way. I think they should have let the rest of this damn chapter out. Well, they're trying to stretch out the content. I'm okay with it. I honestly, I'm not complaining about a lot of things. Like, you'll notice that, like, I don't complain. Like, I just don't. I don't see the point in it. I don't. I really don't. Like, there are times when I think there's justification to really be on the, alright, you know, we gotta pressure this company to make the right choice. But sometimes I read some posts by people, and there's this air of entitlement that, like, I deserve this now because XYZ reason. And then, like, people take that as the gospel, like, this person has some insight as to why they think the game should be run a certain way. And then they go so far as to say that because Smilegate isn't doing this way, that's why they're losing XYZ players. Like, they have some insight as to how many players actually left, right? Like, an accurate insight. There are guesstimate websites, but, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm just not a fan of that type of thought process. I'm really not. It's really not. Like, I'm not a person that thinks I know better than someone who made it. So, why am I gonna try to second guess or tell them how they should run their game? I don't get it. But, again, it's not my style, so I guess I wouldn't get it. That's just how your streamer is. I'm very chill. I don't complain. I understand that people make mistakes. It's just human nature. And I get that Smilegate has a grand plan on how they want their game to play out. So, I will just leave it at that and be just a regular old happy paying customer because I like what they've got. I like what they have planned out. I mean, I've invested quite a bit in this game. And I like what they have for the future. And I like that they actually deliver on their promises. So as long as they keep doing that, I have zero reason to say that I know better than them. Because I'm very happy. And even if I disagreed with something, I would at least present it to them in a meaningful, intelligent conversation that said, hey, I think this was bad for XYZ reason. And could, you know, maybe shed some light on why XYZ change was made. So that's just me. That's just me. They can stretch out the content. I'm fine with it. Also give new middle players time to finish all content. Yeah, that's the thing. So, just like with MMOs, what happens is, so a company releases content, right? Be it whatever it may be. I have a lot of experience with raiding in MMOs. So, like, a company will release something that's just ridiculous, what appears to be ridiculously hard for the average player, right? And then you'll have your super guild go in that, like, you know, has the hardest stuff on farm, like, almost immediately. And they'll finish it in, like, let's say a month, right? Which is super fast. Sometimes even faster, and be like, okay, well, where's the new content? It's like, dude, they just released this. You have to understand, if you're a person that rushes through stuff, you are not the majority of the gaming public. You're not. You're just flat out not the person that they're designing content for. Like, they design content so that it is equal to everyone that's playing, not just going, okay, Mr. High End, you rush through it and beat it in 2 days or 5 days or whatever, your situation is, and now we have to release new ones because there's no good content in the game. That is such flawed thinking, it's not even funny. I'm not a fan of that. It's like, hey, there's people who don't have the resources or time to be able to clear it as fast as you, and those people need time to go through the content because they are the majority. The person that finishes it day one or within that month or week is the minority. And you're not, as a game designer, you're not designing for the minority. You have to look at the entire player base, not just one segment of it. And I get that. I totally get that. That's why I don't have any problems with it. Even though I've gone through the content pretty quick, not as fast as some, but like, I'm fine with it. You know, take your time, release it. Give people time, even in the high end, but farm it, you know, to get good gear out of it, and then they can move on to the next big thing. I think what it comes down to, and this is just a guesstimate, I could be totally wrong, is people like to slap their EP around, right? People like to say, I did this faster than you did it, and I did it better. Now I need something else to prove, because I've already proved that I'm better than you at this. I think a lot of it comes down to that.
I don't.
For World of Warcraft, it was definitely that way. It was 100% that way, where it's like, well, I cleared this, and we're so awesome, and I do everything better than you. Now I need new stuff to do. Very, very common thing in WoW. Well, they just released a new raid, and we've already killed whatever, and it's like 2 months later. It's like, oh, awesome. Guess what? The rest of the server isn't that far. There's like 5 of you that are doing that, so have fun. And how many people are there actually playing total? So, I mean, there you go. Alright, let's get Sirmia. Oh, wait, we didn't level gear. We didn't level gear. And then we gotta do lab. Let's level gear. And while it was worth something during vanilla times, but already with VC it changed. I don't think really it changed much with VC. It was still 40-man raids in VC. And then what was it? Lich King introduced to 25 and 15.
Well, this guy got destroyed. I know scoped him.
So I think Lich King is when it really changed, not in Burning Crusade. Burning Crusade, it was pretty much the same. Trust me. I mean, just like you, I'm sure you played. Sounds like you played since vanilla. I did too. Like, but I definitely remember the shift came in Lich King. And then I think after Lich King was Kata. I liked Kata as well. Me and my son played a lot of Kata together. We started playing, I started playing in vanilla. He was really young and I wouldn't let him play WoW. And then I let him play when Lich King came out. And then we played, no wait. No, I take that back. I let him play when Burning Crusade came out. Because, no, Lich King. Because he wants to be a Death Knight. And I remember he had to start as something else because you couldn't start right away as a Death Knight, so it was a fresh account, so he never had a 50. So he rolled a Draenei Warrior, and I rolled a Draenei Shaman, so we could level up together. And then once we got to 50, then he did the Death Knight quest, and we regrouped back up once he was done with all that. I hyped BC, but when Lich King came, I really liked Lich King. It's hard for me to say what my favorite expansion is, though. I liked a lot of expansions that weren't very popular. The only expansion I really was only like, was Warlords of Draenor. I was just like, eh. It wasn't terrible, like some people will say. I didn't think it was terrible. I just thought it was like, it was alright. Where is she? So I think her gear student's new level. And as always, guys, even if we're on a tangent talking about other stuff, you are always welcome to chime in and bring up any questions you may have for Epic 7. Sorry, my brain just stopped working. I like the challenge modes most when they came out. That was kind of fun. Challenge modes annoyed me. Only because by that time I had really kind of started getting out of hardcore raiding. And the core group I had at the time was a little soft, like, you know, like I almost want to say soft core, but that's not the casual. That's the word. They were casual, so none of the tanks really were up for challenge mode. So I ended up paying for challenge modes through player auctions. Gold and challenge modes. So that was a little annoying. If I had a steadier group that was, you know, on the ball as much as I was, then I probably would have liked challenge modes a lot better. Because when you have someone that's like at that same level and dedication as you are in WoW, that makes it just that much better, in my opinion.
Whoa,
it really does.
You did not say that.
Let me make sure they didn't block one of Edwin's messages. Okay, no, they didn't. Alright, he's good.
More, you died.
Oh, you didn't like add-ons? I liked all add-ons. There was really never an add-on I didn't like. Except for that one add-on they eventually banned where it allowed them to write stuff in the world. Right, where you could basically use your scene as a drawing map and anyone who had the add-on could see it. That's the only add-on I didn't like, but just because people eventually abuse it and would draw like penises and stuff in Dalaran or like hateful stuff, and you had to turn off the mod not to see it, and then turn it back on during raid, which was annoying. But they eventually banned it, not because the initial response was not because of the derogatory stuff people were doing with it, but because it made raiding too easy, because you could draw circles on exactly where to stand. And they didn't like that. So I remember it was really popular for heroic Syndragosa because it really helped if you stacked the ices properly. So people would draw circles as to where each person stacks the ice, and it kind of trivialized the encounter. But even then, there's still some moron that wouldn't run to the appropriate spot. I remember that. It's like, dude, the mod is literally telling you where to stand. And it's a requirement, so we know you have it. Why in the world can't you run to this particular location when you're supposed to? Oh, wait, I already did. Alright, we're good there. Let's move on to lab like we are supposed to be doing. Oh, wait, Goblin Challenge. Oh, and we need to check Hoochie. Gotta check Hoochie. True, you had an IRL buddy to tank together, and we know each other good, so stuff went pretty without any need. Yeah, see, that's how it was for me when my son came up to speak. My son ended up being very hardcore. So I always could count on him once his tank was up. He's an excellent Death Knight tank. It's funny because we used to trade off tanking and healing, and I had every tank just like he had every tank. And I think I tanked best with Pally, second best with Druid, and my absolute worst tank that I played was Death Knight. I could not freaking hold aggro as a Death Knight. I don't know why. Like, my son tried to help me, but I sucked. But I've loved tanking with my Pally. Pally was my... I like the Holy Shield, when like how you throw it and it bounce. I love that. That was like my favorite thing to do. Like, was Holy Shield. But that was my all-time favorite. Like, I could tank with Warrior even. I could tank with Warrior like there was no tomorrow. But I freaking could not tank as Death Knight. I just couldn't. It was the... Oh, man. It was bad. It was so bad.
3 drones. Make that 3 drones.
So very bad. Val, time to Moonlight Cecilia gear? What do you mean Moonlight Cecilia gear? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Edwin. What do you mean, Brotato?
Mix up the other one.
Yeah, we can take fodder. This is not a big deal. But yeah, that was the best. My son, my second oldest son was also playing, but he wasn't as regular as us. Like, me and my son would, like, my oldest would dedicate time, like, hey, we're going to play WoW, we're going to run dungeons, right? And then my second oldest, like, never wanted to participate, so we stopped asking him. And then I remember, because my alt was a hunter, and my son's main was a hunter. And I had been farming, what's the name of that, the Celestial Wolf that was in Storm Peaks? I've been farming him like for weeks, and I finally got him. And then my son's like, "What? You got him?" He's like, "When did you guys start playing without me?" And me and my oldest son kind of looked at each other like, "Dude, how many months at that point has it been where we'd ask you to play and you wouldn't?" It's like eventually we just stopped waiting and we got stuff done. And then he came back because he was like, "Oh, well, Dad's got that now. Now I need to get it."
What?
And so he farmed it for like 2 days and eventually got it. It took me like a week to get that done. And I would do the route. And I remember I got him in the most popular spot, which is where it overlooked this one questing town. And it was like this, like, it looked like a sewer cover. And that was like the most popular place that people have caught it. And that's where eventually where I got it. So I stopped doing the flying route and I would just sit there. And then I had NPC alert on all the time. And I would move my mouse like as I'm watching TV or something, so I wouldn't go AFK and then get logged out. And I remember I was like, this is like the maybe 7th or 8th day, because I got it really soon after a week. This is like the 7th or 8th day, and then I'm like, I gotta pee. I don't want to sit here. So I left, and no joke, I went to go pee, and like mid-pee, I hear the alert go off, like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Like, so I'm like trying to shake it out real quick, like, come on, stop peeing, stop peeing, stop peeing. Because I didn't want someone to take it from me, right? So I stopped peeing, I washed my hands, and I run in there, and I set my trap. So I did, you know, the trick where you ice trap it, and then you tame it. So I was doing that, and then when it breaks, you just tank the hits. And I got it first try. I was like, yes. I was so happy. I'm out of Molas and waiting for the Mola refund. I hope they would do that ASP. Yeah, they said this month. They just didn't say when, unfortunately. They did not say when. I'm looking forward to it too. I just dropped about 20, maybe 26. So I'm looking forward, and they said the return is going to be anywhere between 12 to 18%. So that's really good. I mean, that's really, really good return. I'm for sure, like most of you, looking forward to that. That's going to be a really, really good thing. I think the biggest issue in my mind is Catalyst. Well, let me say it like this. I think some of the biggest issues, in no particular order, are energy, right? One, I don't have a problem with the energy cost. I have more a problem with the energy refresh system. Like, I think that Leafs, regardless of level, need to restore a flat 140 energy. So that means no matter what level you are, you'll restore the full energy. And I think gyms should restore 80 energy flat. No questions. Like, regardless of level. And I think if you're crazy enough to do it, I think that... Oh, that's right. With the new levels, it's 144. That's right. I forgot with the new levels. Yeah, I think it's 144, right? That's the... Because I have max reputation, yeah. So it's 104. So then Leafs need to restore 144, and then energy needs to restore 80. But that's what I 100% believe. So that way, no matter what level you are, it restores you to max. And I think if you're crazy enough to burn all your Leafs at once, meaning you're at max and you're still sitting there spamming energy, I think it should let you. If you want to do that, I mean, might as well. It doesn't... You don't get nat stamina, but I mean, some people don't care. They just want... They want to spend a bunch of energy and just have this huge list. I'm okay with it. I could care less, to be honest. We're going to run the Bologna team, even though the Bologna team gives us jack poop for, morale. We'll just have to do it multiple times this week. That's fine. I really don't care. I just like running Bologna because I love her to pieces.
I can't see. I'm just not going to.
I have 3. We need 1 more for... But I could get an epic catalyst too. But anyway, so I think their problem is energy. I think their problem still is gear, right? And what I mean by that is like gear, yes, has been getting easier, but the problem with gear right now, okay, and I think is your stat roll, your substat bonus roll percentage or points. Right now, I'm like, take speed for example. Speed can roll 1 to 5, right? So let's say you're leveling up a piece of gear that's like 5 speed, right? And you get a lucky speed roll and it's 1 point. That is crippling. That is absolutely just one of the most horrible things that can happen, because not only is it hard enough to get gear with stats you want, but it's also extremely difficult to get it to go into this particular stat you want it to go into, right? Sometimes RNG is with you, sometimes RNG is not. I think that they need to change that variable based on level. So if you have like an 85 whatever piece, doesn't matter, then I think the bonus roll should be either 2 to 5 or 3 to 6 or something like that, because how long it takes to farm that piece of gear that you're even willing to roll on, and then you roll a freaking 1 on it, that is devastating. It is just the most, it's so angering when you roll a 1, right? And then if all your rolls end up being low, like say the next one's a 2 and the next one's a 3, and you're just like, wow, all these low rolls, right? It could be, I really think they need to tier gate it, or level gate it, because it's just ridiculous that it can roll a 1, in my opinion. Like, there's no other gacha type game that I'm playing that I know that has a low roll like that for gear, because it's so hard to get gear. It's not like you just wake up and you farm, you know, golems or banshee or asmid, blah blah blah, whatever it's called, and you just get automatically the gear drops you want in that first 24 hours, right? Sometimes you're farming for months for 1 freaking piece. Look at perfect example for those of you that are YDCB fans. Look at when he was trying to get that speed HP rune for Molong. Look how long he was re-apping and re-rolling that rune, and he couldn't get. Those months he was doing that, and it's like, it's ridiculously hard. You think YouTube's blocking you again? No, I see it, Edwin. I'll double check though, just to be sure. No, all your messages went through. But yeah, I mean, it's just that's one of their problems. I think those are like some of their biggest issues, really. I mean, it's not like game ending, like I don't want to play this game anymore, right? I don't think there is anything to that level, but I do think there's a lot of room to improve it and to grow. That's just how I feel. I mean, people can disagree. That's fine. It's free. Free country, wherever you are, likely it is if you're playing this. And hey, if you think there are bigger fish to fry, absolutely. Absolutely there could be bigger fish. But I think those are ones that really hurt. And it can hurt longevity, because I think people can only take getting screwed on gear rolls for so long before they're like, okay, this isn't worth it. Because when you think about it, like I've said many times here in the stream, the grind is eternal. Like, even if you do get that really good, you know, crit damage, net, and you know, you roll, let's say you roll a 15 on crit chance, and you roll like a 20 in attack, and it's like, great. Man, that doesn't mean, alright, I'm never going to roll another crit damage net. No. You're going to pick up another one, and you're going to roll again. Because you're going to be like, you know, you're always constantly improving. There's no one that ever goes, well, this is all perfect, I'm never going to roll gear again. You could be totally rolling gear for something completely different, and then it's like, wow, this piece actually worked out better than this last piece. I'm going to put this on here. I mean, all of us have had that happen. When it's like, wow, these rolls were way better than I thought. This should probably go on my main unit I use all the time, and then I'll put his piece on someone else, and you get that trickle-down effect, right? Where you get that one piece, and it just causes this cascade of where everyone below them gets better gear, right? All of a sudden, CP goes up, your team efficiency gets better, and it's just a good thing. Like, I don't think because people start getting good gear rolls, all of a sudden they're going to be like, well, I quit the game because now I'm bored. Absolutely not. All these games are about the grind, but you got to make the grind worthwhile for people. You got to bring that value to them. You gotta say, hey man, it is worth it to grind. And when you get that gear piece and you invest in it, we want you to know that at minimum you're gonna walk away with something hopefully slightly usable. But being able to roll ones on 85 gear that may have taken you forever to farm the stats you want is just unacceptable in my opinion. It's not like I'm gonna quit the game, but it definitely is something like, hey, this at least warrants your attention to look into. At least that's how I feel about it. That is how this particular streamer feels about it.
Oh, look at.
Like, what do you guys think are some of the hot button issues? YouTube, you guys are usually always quiet, but how do you feel about that? Because there's currently double of you than what there is of Twitch people, so I'm curious. How do you guys, what do you feel like, what's your hot button issues that it's like, hey, I like the game, but this is what's going on and I would like it to be better? How do you guys see it? You know how I feel, but how do you feel?
Funny man, reinforce. You have to.
Let's put on some different music. I actually like this song. I want to listen to it again. I'm sorry. We've listened to it like 3 times already. I really like this song. Honestly, if they only fix the energy issue, none of the other issues would be that big of a deal. See, I think the gear one would still suck. It would make the gear one way more palatable, though. For sure. If you know that, you know, you're getting more energy, so it wouldn't hurt as much to have to keep going to get a better piece. So I agree that would help it. But I still think that the gear substat rolls need to be looked at. 85 piece shouldn't be able to roll 1 point. That's ridiculous. Energy doesn't fix that. It makes it more palatable, but I still don't think it should happen. Sure, you could nag because of this or that, but overall, I am very convinced what Smilebite delivers. I don't know how long they exist, but the quality delivered is top compared to other gacha producers. And you are 100% not wrong, my friend. You are 100% not wrong. Like, keep in mind, I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying, if they wanted to improve an area, this would be where it is. Because I agree with Pride that they put out an excellent product, right? And that's, I believe, is notch above the rest. But even knowing that, I do not believe that it is perfect, right? There, in my mind, there's still room for improvement. But like I said, I'm not going to quit the game or badmouth them or say they don't know what's going on. Everything is just in my opinion, right? In my opinion, this would make the game better. But I'm definitely not vain enough or narcissistic enough to think that I know better than the actual people who have data on where they're having issues, right? I don't have access to any of that. So my hubris is not that big to where I will ever say that I know more. Or that I will complain I'm going to leave because they suck and they don't understand their customers. That's just not how this particular streamer is built.
It's 4 people. You can't defend it when it's 4 people.
Let me waste your time. C'est la vie.
Why is this guy trying to surrender when we're actually
But yeah, you're right, Pride. I think you and I talked about this before, haven't we? On how both of us were kind of happy with the quality of Smilegate, and we recognized, because I think we both brought up, if I remember correctly, we both brought up how they're doing other things, and those things are also very well done. Oh, was it when we were playing Gauntlet? Okay. I knew it sounded familiar. Which was very fun, by the way. I hope all involved in that Gauntlet playthrough, including my viewers, had a great time. It was very fun playing with you guys. And I'm actually looking forward to Borderlands 3. And don't forget, if you are at the live stream for Borderlands 3, you will have a chance to actually win a copy of the game. It will be a standard copy. It's not going to be the collector's edition. So, but be there. You have to be there to win. I'm not going to hold it, especially for people who are watching and might want to join in on the stream and actually play with me. So I'm not going to hold it. If you're not there to claim it, or if you don't answer when I announce you're the winner, now let's move on to the next person and re-roll for it. It will be just like all my other contests. It'll be in Twitch. I'm sorry, YouTube folks. I'm sorry. It's not that I dislike you or anything. It's just that YouTube doesn't give me any tools that Twitch does to do those kind of contests and things like that. So what it will be is, again, it will be a bias towards subs. So subs will have, just like all my other contests, a higher chance of winning. And normally I only do 10 or 5 tickets, and then I give everyone the bookmarks. I give everyone the cassette tapes to enter, so everyone can do it. But in this one, I'm pretty sure I'm going to make it, you can do a max of 10 tickets, but I'm only going to give the first 5 for free. And the reason why will be to incentivize the people who have been here in the stream, and the fact that they will have more bookmarks than someone who's probably maybe just showing up to see if they can get a free game. So I do plan on doing that, but I'm always straightforward with you guys. I don't try to hide anything or make stuff up. I let you know from the outset if the odds are against you. And for this particular case, I do want to reward those that have been with me. So there will be a slight bias for them to win. And again, it'll be in Twitch. I'm so sorry. But I will still be streaming the 24-hour stream to YouTube, though. And I will, of course, mention it again there that, you know, the contest will be happening specifically in Twitch. Val, gold cost is also a big issue. Most of all things cost gold. It's not easy to get lots of gold to compare what we are using. Darnell, see, I have unfortunately on that one, I'm a little disconnected from the community because I've been farming the basement 11 or dungeon 11, whatever you want to call it, for a while, and that makes mad amounts of gold, like mad amounts. Now, is it enough to where I could do absolutely whatever the F I want at any time? Absolutely not. I wish it was that much, but it's not that much. So I'm kind of biased on that. I feel like when I do hardcore farm a basement 11 or dungeon 11, I feel like I do get enough gold to where I can play around with some of that gear that drops. And Migraine is really correct on that. The energy refresh, if that was fixed or, you know, better, I don't want to say it's broken, right? Because saying it's broken is a different thing. But if it was improved, that would for sure make that issue much better. 100%.
Yeah, you and Funny Man are being carried freaking hard.
100%. So Migraine is definitely not wrong on that. Hey, Leo Snipes, how you doing, my friend?
I'm telling you, Twitch's gun is...
Oh, I'm autoing. This is a boss. What am I doing? What am I doing? This is a boss. Respect the boss, Val. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm talking like 1, 2, 3, 4. Looking at you when you're on the floor. 5, 6, 7, 8. Ready for a heartbreak? I'm talking like 1, 2, 3, 4. Looking at you when you're on the floor. 5, 6, 7, 8. Ready for a heartbreak? Yeah. Oh, hey, Sherwin. Have you been here the whole time just looking, Brotato? You didn't chime in on any of the discussions? 210,000 gold per full energy refill is actually not bad at all. Whereas we currently get 120,000 for a leaf and 90k for 30 Skystone. Ah, yeah, but are you including selling the drops though that you get? Migraine, or is that just strict gold drops and not including possible sales? I know that's a big variable because you can get stuff worth different amounts, right? I'm not able to do lab and stuff, so I didn't know that gold is... It does get easier to get, but like I said, there's never a point where you feel like at least for me, even being able to do basements 11, like I don't feel like, even when I farm it hard, like I've gotten all the gold to do absolutely everything I want to do. But I think that's the point, right? Because if you could get it all in one run just to do everything, then there's less replayability, which means it is likely that you're going to get bored easier, right? So I get that, and I understand why it's not. And I think that's okay. That's okay. Nah, you just popped in to say hi? Oh, well, thanks for popping in and saying hi, Brotato. You agree gold is a big bottleneck, Alex? Okay. Nope, not including selling drops. Straight gold drops with no busts aside from guild busts. Okay, copy that. I was about to sleep, just checked YouTube and saw you on. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate you checking. I also appreciate for your sub as well, man. I remember back when I was doing the big sub drive to get the new emote, you were one of the people that subscribed to me and helped push us over the top. So I just want to say thank you for that, and I do remember that. I do remember you were there to help push us further, and I do appreciate that. So I hope you enjoy your rest and you have a great one.
Place it.
Oh man, I was hoping she would proc on someone else's turn so she can get the 30% bonus, but that's okay.
Yeah, down there.
That
down there,
is
straight
okay. Let's blind. Just for poos and grins. Let's blind. Should have ignored effect resistance, but wasn't necessary.
Teammate.
Wasn't necessary. Didn't need it. Didn't need it. Let's do Tama just for poos and grins. Not that we actually need it. But he is down, and we'll get a free proc and the 30% bonus damage from Bologna. So that is worth it right there. What you up to? Oh, just doing lab, and we're talking about, you know, just stuff with the game that we all are at some level addicted to. That's it, man. Nothing world breaking. It's reset. How is Lila? Oh, so we're not focusing Lilybet right now. The big push, my friend, is Fallen Cecilia. I'm going a build that I don't think a lot of people are using. So I'm going full bruiser on her. Not really arena defense. I am going to stick her on arena defense. But it's not going to be your typical arena defense build. We're 2 pieces away from being done with that build. 2 pieces. So I've been farming Banshee pretty hard. So that way we can get that review out. Also, I've been trying to think up with content to help push us over 1K subs in YouTube. Like, I mentioned this earlier, but I mean, it just... I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but honestly, I never in a million years thought I would be someone that could say, oh yeah, you know, I've got 1,000 YouTube subscribers. I mean, I know that's like nothing compared to the big guys, right? But for me, it is such a big deal. Like, and I don't mean this like someone who's like, oh man, I'm gonna be making fat stacks from this at some point in my life. Like, this is really, at this point in my life, just a hobby that I super enjoy, right? So to be able to say that I'm going to have 1,000 people that came along with me and hopefully more for the ride is, I'm so overjoyed. I'm really overjoyed. So I've been like trying to think of ways to push out more content to help drive that. But I also don't want it to have that forced feeling like he's trying, right? I want it to be the same natural progression stuff everyone has seen. So I think then that's the real, the trick, I think, is not to make it seem forced. Because then your viewers are going to pick up, oh, he's just doing this for XYZ reason and not for love of the thing, right? And I 100% do YouTube for love of the thing. Absolutely. And if someday we do have like 150K subscribers, or hey, more power to us, right? More power to us. That'd be a great day as far as I'm concerned. Val, you have really good fans that sacrifice sleep to watch your. I know, right? Well, Pry's not sacrificing sleep. He's working, so he's doing it while he's working. But a lot of you are like, oh man, it's bedtime, but here I am watching Val. And that's a huge compliment because honestly, let's be honest, there's a lot of different people on YouTube. Some likely more entertaining, more advanced than I am, more followers. Maybe even they have an official endorsement from Smilegate. And with all these options for you, all these other places you can be, you guys choose me. That's, to me, is like one of the biggest compliments that I could be given. because you have options. I'm not the only person out there. There's a ton of other options and a ton of other bigger and even arguably better people you could be watching, but instead you choose to be here with me, and that means a lot to me. And I value your time. It means something. Hey, Alex Rivera, how you doing, man? Did you get to floor 100, by the way? No, we still haven't wrestled with 99. We haven't.
Oh.
We're still sitting at 99.
Our teammate's hecka good.
So we don't have enough to buy bookmarks to do this again, so we will see this tomorrow. So hopefully we'll get 2 bosses done. Well, not hopefully. We will get 2 bosses done. Oh, that's not bad, actually. That is not bad at all. Because you can't get attack on this. And you got really... Dude, that's honestly decent. That is legitimately a decent chest. We're actually going to roll this and hope it goes 3 crit chance and 2 crit damage. Because this would actually be better than the current chest that I'm using. It would, if it goes enough into crit chance and crit damage. I don't care about the other 2. But I am going to roll that. I'm legit going to roll that. This one's garbage because flat stack. This is also garbage. But the chest was decent. The chest was actually decent. I'll roll it. I do not discriminate against level if it rolls the way I need it and provides me better stats than something I already have equipped. Because that's just, in my opinion, bad business if you do that. You could be using something better and just take a chance and roll it, man. Take a chance. Oh, God, I clicked the same thing twice. I think this said it only had 20 hours, didn't it? Yeah, let's leave that. Anything else that's... I don't want something to expire and go to waste. Alright, nothing else is super close. We're good. Val, who's going to be your next hero review? Zero. That is going to be Fallen Cecilia. We are super close to having her ready. I just need these 2 pieces here and then to level these 2 pieces. Bro, I just whittled her down to almost the point where her name ends in the life bar. Make sure there is an ad. Defense break, Tama, attack boost, and did BBK's S3, killed the ad, and S1 to finish her. Oh, nice, dude. I didn't know there was an ad in floor 100. Or are you talking about... No, you're talking about 100. You're talking about 100. You are building her destruction crit. Yes, I am, because I'm going pure bruiser build. That's why I was saying it's not the typical build. Oops, I didn't mean to close out. It's not the typical... Oh my gosh. It's not the typical build most people are doing. I just want to try something different and unique to see if it's viable. It may not be viable, but I do have other units that will be able to use this set if it doesn't work out on her. What am I missing here? Ah, this thing.
Dude, that guy's a legend. You just put it in.
You see her stats? Well, she's not done yet. There's not much stats to look at. Like, I mean, she's got 2 whole slots of not level gear, so you're not going to see much. Oh, yeah, I figured you were talking about 99. My brain, I thought I said that, but I didn't. My bad, man. I'm sorry. I have not dealt with her yet. I'm going to probably do the... oh, look what I did, guys, by the way. Check this out. You're going to be surprised. Look at this.
I honestly didn't know Captain.
I finally maxed S1 and S3. Only like 9 months late, right? But I did it. I did it. And then I even put 1 into this. So, I was pretty happy. Yeah, oh, that's nice. I didn't want to do that because that's what a lot of people are doing, just making her tanky and throwing her on arena defense. I don't want to do that because everyone else is doing it. So I want to do something unique with her, and no one that I've seen is building her bruiser, but now that I've like been advertising it, and someone's gonna be like, oh hey, I built Fallen Cecilia bruiser, then I'm gonna be like all sad. But for now, I appear to be the only one doing it. I really want these last 2 pieces very badly, so I can finish it up, review her, and tell the community if it works or not. But what's gonna happen though is my fear is it's not gonna work, and then people are gonna be like, well duh, you're dumb, of course it wasn't gonna work. But I don't feel like that. I don't feel like, you know, you can blanket statement say something's not going to work because it looks like it won't work on paper. I like to actually build it and test it. And on top of that, I have perfectly good uses for that gear if it doesn't work on her. It's not a big deal. I have a bunch of HP scaling attack units that will actually benefit from it. Believe it or not, like, so let's say this doesn't work. It's just like the worst thing ever. I'm actually going to put the gear on him. I'm going to put it on him because he scales on HP as well. So he will benefit from crit damage and HP. And he's already inherently fast at 115 base speed. So I'm going to put it on him and see how he does. Because I actually used him briefly and I was always impressed.
Whoa.
Like, he is one of those sleeper units that a lot of people don't really use. Like, just really great. Like, really, really great. He is really good. And I want to use him and see how he does. So, let me see how long we've been streaming, because I do have to get up early. Yeah, we're coming to that 2-hour mark, guys. And, unfortunately, I do have to get up for work. I know it sucks. I only do an hour and a half to 2 hours on weekdays, typically. So, and I'm, like, really tired. Today was exhausting at work. Oh, yeah, well, I can do some. But you guys have seen Arbiter Vildred a million times. I haven't done anything new with them. It's still the same. And I think we have some revenges.
Just like more scary stuff.
I definitely want to go to bed, but I don't have a problem with burning the flags. Will I outspeed this? I don't know. We'll find out. We will find out.
Ooh, Twitch. I like Twitch. I'm a cactus.
Yeah, we can do this though. I can run it.
You wouldn't care.
One day, if we're ever doing this full time, we'll never have to hear me say that again. That, hey, I gotta get to the job tomorrow. Because my job will be actually streaming, so. Oh wow, this was the same guy. He attacked me multiple times. You look forward to, well, we're a long way from that. Were you here? The stream I said what has to happen. It's an insurmountable task. Well, it looks insurmountable, right, because of where we are now. I obviously can't see the future. But as of this point, it looks like insurmountable. Because we need, for me to do this full time, and this is just looking at Twitch, right? Not better odds than winning the lotto. Is it really? I never looked that part up. I'll take your word for it that you looked it up, but I never looked it up. Because I need, just, if you say, like, let's say I never did YouTube, right? So we don't consider any additional money I can make from that. Let's just say strictly off of Twitch, I would need 1,500 subs to do this full time. So and that's just my family living the same that we live now, like with no drastic changes to it. It would take 1,500 subs. And then for frame of reference, we're at 40. Or 41. I'm sorry. We're at 41. I apologize.
What?
So, yeah. I mean, it seems insurmountable, at least from this vantage point at this time. See, all these are risks. I don't feel like taking risks, though.
Look, Ash doesn't have a revolver.
I believe, too. I believe, too. It will take something like, I don't know, maybe we'll stream Borderlands 3, and for whatever reason, I'll just, like, take off. A lot of streamers that I've watched say, like, there was this one game, they were like me, you know, maybe 20, 30 people at most, and they streamed one game, and then it seemed like they just took off after that. Oh, we lose. We lose. We lose. If Sid can't do it, we lose it. The longer you stream, it will happen. We'll see. I don't have any plans of stopping now, and I'm pretty regular.
We
Oh yeah,
can
we're
only
dead.
have 6
We're
days
so dead.
to get the
If he
Shark
kills my
Cheater
Vildred, we're dead.
challenge done.
Oh, he didn't kill my Vildred! Don't kill my Vildred. As long as he doesn't kill my
You get a
Vildred,
boss
we're fine.
skin.
As long as he doesn't kill my Vildred. Oh my gosh. We will likely win this.
You have to get boss G.
Don't
You have to
miss.
get 7 million.
Lots. I need you not to miss.
But it's
Oh! Oh, we got him! Good job, Lots. It all depends on how tanky they are. It all depends on how tanky you are if we win. This is likely a... Oh no! Arnell! Oh no, but the blind! The blind! Oh no, no, no! The lucky blind. And we missed 2 people. Oh man, well played, RNL. Well played. Hats off to this guy. Very well played. That lucky RNL proc, man.
Don't try to take my
Very
kill.
nice.
Don't try to take
I
my
liked it.
kill.
I liked it.
Don't.
Even when I lose, when stuff like that happens, it just makes it so exciting. That's a weird
Yeah,
thing
he
to
tried.
say, but
He tried.
I don't get mad. I just think that's just so well played on that guy's part. Like, he really thought about that team and how to counter other Vildreds that are coming after him. And that's just very well done. My hat's off to that guy. He built a tanky Vildred. His whole team was tanky. And it all depended on you burning all your stuff and not really having a response. And it works. It was very well played. I like that team. I give that team an A++++++. But honestly, I'm noticing that's the secret sauce if you want to stop from getting Vildred. Is you make your Vildred where it just doesn't do enough damage to finish off the other Vildred. And what happens is that gives time for your Armin to go and protect everybody. And then likely he is going to kill you before you kill him. And then you've lost. As a Vildred, that's when you lose. If they kill your Vildred before you kill their, you just lose. That's just how it is. That is just how it is.
That's my question.
In the Vildred world. Love that team though. Very well played on his part. Or just get that 20 R. Yeah, that 20% RNL proc definitely was clutch right there. He got the blind on me. I missed critical units, and it was just downhill from there. Nothing else here looks good though, guys. Nothing else here looks good. Alright, this one might be doable, depending on how tanky that Vildred is. If it's a crazy tanky Vildred, we lost. And Migraine, dude, I appreciate the positivity, man. Like the support by telling me, you know, it can happen, just gotta keep streaming, right? Gotta stay consistent, you know, and I do plan on it. I have no plans on stopping or slowing down, so I do appreciate the props. Thank you. Or encouragement, I said the props. I meant the encouragement. It's very appreciated, actually.
Funny that you sound like you're taking a beauty and the grit come out. He said, ooh.
Oh my gosh, she had... Who runs Water's Origin in Arena? Except for this guy. Did you see the Water's Origin proc at the end and heal? Oh, this is going to take forever. They could actually win. They could actually win because this is going to take forever. And, oh my gosh, this is going to take a while. 2 healers? Because my Vildred isn't tanky. He's not. Look at that. Like, he's not tanky at all. That last Water's Origin proc that just did it. And he's slow on top of that. And he's slow. So well. This is a well thought out team. I respect this guy. I'm tired of all these. Dude, that Water's Origin proc. And it's going to keep procking because I'm going to do. Oh, this guy is a genius. There it is again. Oh, man. This is a lot. Dude, this guy. That guy. I saw as soon as I saw her health going down and I saw the green come out around her, I was like, Water's Origin. Son of a beep. Excellent counter to Vildred. Excellent counter. Really well thought out arena defenses. Very, very well thought out. I like it.
I shouldn't
Like,
have
I wouldn't have
helped you
says
guys.
bombed that team anyway. So, I mean, even if I had, it would have been a loss. Still the same thing, because she would have procced Rodder's Origin right at the end. And then that would have been it.
Look,
No,
I
Says
don't
would have
my
won,
gun.
though. My Says
I
is
don't
a
have
little
my gun.
faster. And he could have put heal block
Take a
on them. when he won.
screenshot and show.
It would have been harder to put heal block on
Yes,
Destina,
that's
but
what
it's
I told-
possible.
I've been telling
And that
you,
would have
I don't
given him a
have
chance to come back. But no, it wouldn't have worked. Because we would have killed Vildred, and Vildred would have came back and just killed all of us.
That's
So
why
yeah,
it's
Says
not
wouldn't have
fair.
worked there either.
Because
Would
maybe-
not have worked there either. But anyway, that's going to do it. Let me see if my guild, anyone in my guild needs
My
help.
friend's gotten it
Because I am 100% all about making sure I'm a team player. Alright, no one needs help. I think I'm going to work on my guild weeklies off stream when I log off here. Unless your says, yeah, but then it's still, yeah, that's true, because RNL will interrupt his, anything that cracks an extra turn goes before his combat readiness. So yes, that would work. That would work. But it's not a guarantee. Your RNL still has to proc. RNL still has to proc for you to win that fight. So, and that's not 100%. So anyway, that's going to do it for this stream, guys. Again, I have to go into the office again tomorrow. So the stream will have around a 6 to 6:30-ish start time. And we'll go to about roughly the same time, 7:30 to 8, depending on when we actually start. Because again, my weekday streams are typically an hour to an hour and a half. But that's going to do it here. I appreciate everyone for coming out. I really love the support you guys give me and the faith and the props. Thank you. It may not seem like a big thing, but to me, it means a lot. It means a lot. All your support. So, that being said, as always, thank you all for watching. And all you dudes and dudettes out there, stay frosty.